Hey guys, it's me, Freddy Pop Collector, and yes, we have a new intro. This is a huge step up from my other intros. This one was animated by the wonderful Travis Plush Productions. Truth be told, Travis sent me this intro back in March, but since I had just changed my intro a few videos ago, I couldn't debut it, which was very frustrating. Now that it's been 6 months, however, I am more than comfortable in changing it, and wow, I love it. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below, but anyways, let's move on to the topic of today's video. On August 20th, it was exactly 1 year ago I released my top 10 worst FNAF jump scares video. You guys really seemed to enjoy that video, and it was probably my personal favorite top 10 I've ever made, so I thought why not make a follow-up counting down the opposite, the top 30 best jump scares. Obviously, this is completely my opinion. I explained my criteria in the previous top 10 on what makes a good or bad jump scares, so I'll just play that clip. Before we jump right into number 30, let me give you my definition of a bad FNAF jump scare. A good FNAF jump scare is one that makes me jump while also looking cool at the same time. Take Nightmare Fredbear's jump scare for example. It's really cool looking while also making me jump every single time. Except, you know, when I'm expecting it. A bad FNAF jump scare is basically the opposite of all of these things, not really scaring me while at the same time looking pretty bad compared to the other ones. So yeah, that's the basic criteria I'm rolling with. Not much to say other than I'm not using the number cards in this video because similar to my rankings, I don't really have that much to say beside a few words, so let's jump right into number 30. Coming in at number 30, we have Withered Freddy's FNAF 2 jump scare. I think this jump scare is alright enough. His jaw moves really quickly and he slides in from the right, which surprisingly is pretty unique. Next up, we have Withered Chica. Her head pops up from below the screen and it's over pretty quick. There's no other additional movement, but she's so ugly that it actually adds to the scariness. Phantom Chica from FNAF 3 is up next. This one actually has some movement to it, but it's still kind of bland. If her jaw was moving similar to Withered Freddy's and got closer faster, this one would be higher on the list. Bonnie and Chica from FNAF 1 are up next. I don't care which one you put where. The issue with these two is that they're over way too quick. I mean, the overall animations are fine. They could be better. They're a little bit choppy, but it's just, they just cut way too quick. Following Bonnie and Chica, we have Toy Freddy. The black eyes are a nice touch, and I like how he scales up towards you. Again, I would just like some jaw movement because the animation looks like it could use a little bit more sprucing up. Coming in at number 24, we have FNAF 1 Freddy's normal jump scare. Movement is everything in a jump scare. If there's just a floating PNG coming towards you, wow, boo, oh no. But this one, I don't know. It just feels a little bit too sporadic where I can't even tell what's going on. Future spots on this list hit that perfect balance of movement and being able to see the animatronic fully. Again, this jump scare is pretty okay, I just wish it was a little bit more focused. Next up, we have Phantom Freddy's FNAF 3 jump scare. This jump scare does its job. It moves up on the screen very quick from the bottom, which was an issue I had with Phantom Chica's, her just kind of slowly panning towards the camera. Not the best Phantom jump scare, but we're definitely making progress. Next up, we have Energy jump scares from the private room ending and sister location. Both of them are alright enough. My main issue is that they don't really utilize the faceplates as they could. I'm very conflicted on Freddy's FNAF 1 Power Out jump scare. On one hand, it's very iconic and nostalgic and very impressive even. The way it moves is unique, but at the same time, I don't really think it deserves to be higher. I love how the last frame is in his eyes, something that we haven't seen since FNAF 1. I don't really have a reason for putting it this low, I just find the other ones above it more impressive. Kicking us off in the top 20, we have Minarina from Sister Location. Something I really respect about Scott's Sister Location jump scares is that each one pretty much has a unique scream. Not only is the scream obnoxious and surprising, but the way it leans towards you with its freaky face is just, I love it. Coming in at number 19, we have Toy Bonnie's FNAF 2 jump scare. I love the way he lunges towards you with his eyes shrunk. It makes him look like a psychopathic killer. Although I can't lie, he still looks pretty harmless, and that's something that really holds the toy animatronics back from being scary in my eyes. Speak of the devil, next up we have Toy Chica. Basically, everything I said about Toy Bonnie applies, only this one scares me more often than Toy Bonnie. Coming in at number 17, we have Withered Bonnie from FNAF 2. What really makes this one stand out is the hand. I love how he reaches for your face, and when you think about the implications of that, of course, he has no top half of his face, so what Scott did here instead of having a moving jaw was pretty good in my eyes. Phantom BB's jump scare is pretty good. Not only is it really smooth, but I love how the frame starts out with him just standing there watching you, implying that he's been looking at you like a creeper. Bringing us halfway at number 15, we have Nightmare Cupcake. I do find this one to be the least scary from FNAF 4. I do really appreciate its inclusion, but I can't deny that it does look a little bit choppy and blurry in the frames. Next up, we have Plush Trap and Nightmare BB. These jump scares would be great. They would be in the top 5 if it wasn't for one thing. The actual jump scare itself looks very crisp, and the tension beforehand, staring at a black screen, Yikes. However, I'm not a big fan of the scream they use. Their scream, along with the FNAF 1 animatronic screams, are the only screams to not really get me anymore. I don't know, that's just what I think. Please don't bash me in the comments. I love the Puppets FNAF 2 jump scare. Any animatronic that jumps out at you, as you'll see later in this list, is definitely the scariest ones to me. Combine that with a clown face and you've got yourself a dang good one. As good as this jump scare is out of context, you always know what it's coming because it only happens when you fail to wind the music box. Even though that does knock it down some, it's still very scary. Next up, we have Nightmare Foxy / Nightmare Mangles. Prepare yourself because we are about to go on a FNAF 4 Nightmare animatronic jump scare spree. Even though FNAF 4 is probably my least favorite of Scott's games, I can't deny that its jump scares were everything. Not much to say about Foxy and Mangles in particular, other than they look nice. Just barely missing out on the top 10, we have Nightmare Fredbear. The jump scare itself isn't all that special, but the frames in the hallway beforehand, you get a great sense of dread. You know when you've messed up. Let's speedrun this. If you guys haven't already, please consider liking and subscribing. My main goal for 2021 is to reach 100,000 subscribers. If you do it, you'll be notified every single time I upload in your subscription box. It would really mean a lot again, and thank you so much. And with that, let's get back to the video. Coming in at number 10, we have Nightmare Bonnie and Jacko Bonnie from FNAF 4. I love how the jump scare is a direct consequence from you, the player. Not neglecting something like a music box, but neglecting to hear the sounds, and when you're fully engaged in audio like that, the jump scare has that much more of an effect. At number 9, we have Nightmare Chica. Pretty much the same as Jacko Bonnie's, only it looks cooler. Coming in at number 8, we have Nightmare Freddy, specifically the one on the bed. I love the illusion that he's picking you up. It makes you feel so powerless as a player, which in horror games is very important. Coming in at number 7, we have Ballora. The faceplate jump scares from Sister Location are easily the best in the series, as a group anyway. Ballora's is the weakest, but it still managed to make the top 10, so that's saying something. The only thing holding this jump scare back is the scream. It's my least favorite Sister Location one. Next up, we have Mangles. What I love is you can barely see Mangles' face. You just see all these giant teeth thrusting towards your frontal lobe. It's a very solid jump scare, but I feel like Mangle comes down a little bit too quick. However, I love the mechanic of this jump scare. When she gets in your office, I love that he hangs out at the top of your screen and doesn't kill you immediately. You don't know when it's coming, but you know that it's coming soon. Bringing us into the top 5, we have Phantom Foxy. This jump scare combines 3 great elements among jump scares, starting out in a resting position like Phantom BB, having some of that tension factor like Mangles, and when he leaps toward the screen, it's so clean looking. But unfortunately, it has the FNAF 3 jump scare scream, so it never, ever scares me, which sucks. Still the best Phantom jump scare by a mile, but it sucks that it's held back by the scream of all things. Coming in at number 4, we have Biddy Bab, which has to be the smoothest FNAF jump scare of all time. I don't really have much to say, it's that perfect. I mean, it's great, the scream is great, the animation is great. Let's move on. Coming in at number 3, we have Funtime Freddy. Easily the best Sister Location jump scare scream ever. He literally sounds like an elephant or an untamed animal. I mean, it's frightening. It's also extremely smooth and loud. Coming in at number 2, we have Wither Foxy. This one, along with number 1, are the only 2 to jump scare me every single time. It sounds great, and I love the way he leaps towards you. And coming in at number 1, we have Funtime Foxy's from Sister Location. It has faceplates, it's a direct consequence from flashing your beacon, it's very quiet in that room. Combine all of those elements along with a very smooth looking frame rate, and man, that jump scare is the best. And with that being said, that was my personal top 30 FNAF jump scares. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it just as much or even more than the original top 10. Also, I wanted to thank you guys so much for 70,000 subscribers. We hit the milestone a few days ago on Saturday and we're already almost halfway to 71,000. As cheesy as this sounds, it's the truth. I'll never be able to repay you guys. I'll forever be indebted to you helping me achieve my goals, and I can never, ever, ever repay you for that. All I can do is try to be worthy of your subscription, and I really hope videos like these are worth your time. Anyways, in other news, my next video will be a collab. I'm not saying what it's about, but all I'll say is it's about FNAF merchandise, and you guys are really gonna love it. I also officially wrapped up writing my very first Fazbear Fright story, The Deep Zone. I'm starting on Snowed Out sometime tomorrow. I cannot wait for you guys to read my fan Fazbear Fright book when it's done. I will be releasing audiobooks, as I've said multiple times, so if you don't want to read it, at least listen along. I would really appreciate it. But anyways, this video is getting pretty long, so I'll wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you're new. I really hope you enjoyed. New video in a few days, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.